Right, so this is 2008 technical drawing, the past question. And what we have here is we have a rectangular prism, which is vertically, being cut by a triangular prism, which is in a horizontal direction. If we look at the question, we're given the elevation and we're given the plan. Now, it's very important to take a second to look at your question to see which view should you start with. In this case, we must start with the plan, as we're given our prism at an angle of 45 degrees, and in your elevation, you would not be able to get the full width of the prism without drawing the plan first. So we're going to start with that. Okay, so our triangular prism is at 45 degrees. It has a width of 60 and a length of 95. Okay, for my triangle, I'm told that this point here contains the triangle and the rectangle. So from this point, we're going to go horizontal. And in my elevation, I see that I have to come out a 30 and a 15 from my triangle. And on the right hand side, you'll see we have to come out 20. I have a 60, and half that is going to be 30 to get the apex of our triangle. Now, it's very important just to take a second and to look at your actual. So if we look at our actual shape, you'll see that on the left hand side it hits a vertical wall. It cannot go past that vertical wall. Now, on the right hand side, it actually cuts two vertical walls. As you can see, our triangle cannot go any further. So if I look at a plan view here, my wall here and my wall here and here ensures that my triangle must stop. So that means that when I'm continuing in my plan, that's why my shape has to stop at the vertical wall. This is quite helpful for us because it can enable us to find points. So I encourage everyone to label this. Three hits at this point here, so that's going to be my point 3. This is my point 1, and this is my point 2. 2 hits my wall here, 1 hits my wall here, and 3 hits my wall here. Now I'm going to get an elevation. Very important to darken in your elevation, darken your XY line and label it as well, please. Now just put back up my question. My heights are 20, 65 and 20. Now I have point 1, 2 and 3. And points 1, 2 and 3. Now I encourage you to label both objects separately. So use numbers for one and use letters for the other. So it's going to be A, B, C and D. So here I'll have the line A. Over here we'll have the line B, C, and finally D. Now I cannot draw in my shape yet as I have not found my points of intersection. So as you can see, we have found 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 on my plan. So I am going to bring them up now. So that's giving me point 3, point 1, and point 2. And over here we have point 2, point 1, and point 3. Now we can't darken it in yet, because if we look at our SolidWorks image, we'll see that, if I just go to my 3D view here, you will see that on the left it's okay, we have one face. But on the right hand side we will have two faces of intersection, which is going to give us extra points. So I need to find them now in my side view. So constructing side view next. Where to hit my 45-degree line, we're obviously going to go straight up vertically then. And my heights are going to come from my elevation. As well, and where it hits a 45-degree line, bring it straight up. And B is a dotted line at the back. Now this is very important. B is cup on my triangle. So where it is cup on my triangle, that ceases to be. It is gone. Furthermore, my triangle cuts my point at 2 points here and here. I'm going to highlight them in colour just to really show them. I'm going to call it S and Q. Now, I know points S and Q must be on the line BB. So that means in my plan, S and Q are at this point here with B. And in my elevation to find them, I just need to bring them horizontally across. Lovely. Now, we need to start joining dots. So if we look, remember, for my elevation, we're standing here, looking in this way. So what can I see? Now I'm going to see 1 going to 3, and that's going to be a dark line because I can see it. Now, 3 going to 3 is going to be a dark line because we can see it looking in there. So 3 going to Q. So 3. Now Q is not on the left, so we don't have to worry about that. So 3 goes to 2. 2 is here. 2 goes to 1. I will not see 2 to 1. So we're going to put a dotted line here. Now we can finish drawing our shape. A is at the back. D. Now, with regards to D, I am going to have hidden detail at the back here because the triangle in the front is obscuring it. Now we're moving on to the right hand side. 1 goes to 3. Okay, I will see 1 going to 3. 3 goes to Q. Q goes to 2. Now we're going to have, this is going to be a dark line because if when we're looking in here, we'll see the line 3, 3. So that's going to go in dark here. So I have 1 goes to 3, 3 goes to Q, Q goes to 2, 2 goes to S. I will not see 2 going to S. So we're going to put that in dotted, and I will not see S going to 1, so that's going to go in dotted. Now 1 to 1 we will see, so that goes dark. Now finally, B. Between S and Q, that's gone. Okay, it's after being cut by my triangle. So B to S must go in. I'm going to darken in the top bit. But this portion here goes in hidden detail because it's behind the triangle. The bit at the bottom then will go in dark, and that's our question completely finished.